Okay, we are rolling. I'm gonna edit this later. So, I'm gonna go over the lead part, and then I'll call you in. We'll do the follow part, and then we'll put it together. So actually, it'll be like for the first few seconds, I won't need you. But just be ready. So, here we go. Can you see my face? I hope.
No.
I hope so.
Oh.
Like,
We won't know till we take it.
whatever. I'll just start
Talk
here.
and then back up. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, welcome back. Video number 2. I hope you've been practicing, right? So you can do your lead part in your sleep now, right? Well, just in case we need a bit of review, we'll do a bit of review. So the lead part, again for a single step East Coast swing, you're going to go left, right, and back step, or slow, slow, quick step. All right, now you remember it. Great. So today we are going to add in your partner. So go ahead and grab some family member or whoever's in the house right now and say, "Come dance with me." And I'm going to go over the follow part now. So whoever you dragged into this, the follow part, this is what you're going to do. You're going to be mirroring the lead part. And so the lead, they lean on your left, so therefore you're going to start out by leaning to your right. So you're going to lean to your right, then you're going to lean toward your left, then you're going to do a back step with your right. So you right and left and back step, right, left, and back step. And it counts for this, same as the lead. You have a slow, slow, quick step, slow, slow, quick step, slow, slow, quick step. All right, so follow part. You've got your part down. Lead knows what they're doing, so now we are going to put it together. So I'm going to call in my help for today. This is going to be my follow partner. And I wish I was taller. But
That's true.
so we are going to practice our steps, and we're not going to hold hands right away. So don't hold hands right away. I saw that. We're going to start just by mirroring each other. So I'm the lead. She's the follow. So I'm doing the lead leaning on my left. She should be starting out by leaning on her right. So we're both going to be leaning this direction, and then this direction, and then we're doing a back step. So I'm going to clock moves. Here we go. Ready, go. Lean, lean, back step, lean, lean, back step, or slow, slow, quick step. So if one of you guys is leaning the opposite direction of another person, then you got your steps backwards. You should be mirroring each other, so we should both be in sync here, like a mirror. All right, now we've got that done. We're going to go over putting it together. So how do we hold hands? The girl is going to make a C shape, and she's going to be putting her palms down. And the lead part, or the guy, also is going to be making a C shape with your hands. And if you imagine that you took a piece of bread and you pulled it apart, and then you froze your hands there, it's kind of the position you'd be in. So you have your C shapes, and she puts her hands in that. And let's just real quick, let's try doing the steps here with our hands together. So here we go. Ready, go. 1, a 2, a quick step. A 1, a 2, a quick step. A 1, a 2, a quick step. Great. Now a couple things probably just happened as you're putting your hands together. A lot of times people tend to bow out away from their partner. It's just awkward. Or they, especially on the back step, we tend to like pull our hands way out. So what kind of, how do we go about holding hands and dancing at the same time? Well, the lead needs to be communicating to the follow what he's about to do, because if you don't and you go to do a spin, well, she just completely missed her cue. But that's because we did not have a good connection. So how do you make a connection? So our hands are communication lines. This is how I'm going to be telling her where I'm going to be moving her. And if the power lines are dead, then we have limp hands while we're dancing, very limp hands, then it's going to be very hard to direct. So you want to pretend that our hands are creating kind of a rubber band effect, that there's like tension, but there's a bit of give and pull too, and flexibility, just like a rubber band. Also, you don't want to be gripping your partner's hands so hard that you're squeezing life out of them. You don't want to be so loose and flabby that they can't tell what you're about to do. So the follow should be ever so slightly leaning a little bit away, and the leader also a little bit away. And if we're both leaning a little bit away from each other, that's going to create a little bit of tension here in the middle with our hands. And the leader, which is me right now, and I can use that tension to start making stuff happen. And if the follow doesn't keep leaning away and keep that tension, I'm not going to be able to lead her. So it's important, follow, that you don't just think you know what the guy is doing and start doing stuff. Because you don't. You have to wait for him to lead it. And how is he going to lead it unless you're giving him that tension, unless you're pulling a little bit away? So that's that. Let's try doing the steps now with a little bit of leaning away from your partner and having a good connection here. The leader should be the one to start the movement. So the follower shouldn't be the one who's starting the dance. It's the leader. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, a back step, and make sure you keep maintaining that connection throughout, because you're going to start concentrating on your feet and thinking about my back step and my left and my right, and right now you're losing connection. So you need to constantly be having that connection throughout, or else it's going to be very hard for the guy to communicate when he wants to do a spin or something. Okay, we're not going to try it with music. And, okay. All right. Here we go. We're going to put it with music. So here we go. First get the pulse and make sure you have a connection as well. And then we're going to start going. Ready, set, and go. Left, right, back step. Make sure you have that connection. So follow, keep leaning away.
Even more than anyone that you adore can love is all I can give.
So if you're sinking into a pattern now, you can try to add a little bit of movement. But if the follow starts doing stuff, like right now my follow is going all crazy and moving around and I'm not feeling much of a connection. So we're going to try this again. This time the lead should be the one to add in the flare. Alright? So we're going to keep going, and this time I'm going to add in maybe a little bit of flare, and the follower just has to sit still and listen. So here we go.
Is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
All right. I want to explain something really quickly. If you're wondering how the heck we were going in circles like that, was I doing a new move? Was I doing a move I hadn't taught you yet? Actually, no. I was doing the basic pattern of left, right, and back step. I was still doing the basic pattern, but instead of keeping my feet locked to one small foot area of the carpet, I was letting my left step get a little bigger and my right step turning a degree. So I still kept the left, right, and back step, but I was moving it around. Wow, mind blown, right? You can do the pattern anywhere you want in the room. If I wanted to, I could step forward real big with my right, step forward real big with my left, I'm the leader, and then I could bring my right real close, and then do a small back step. Then I could do another big step forward with my left, bring my right, and do a back step, and all of a sudden I've traveled forward. And then if I wanted to, I could step with my left this way, step with my right this way, and back step. I could go forward this way, over this way. So you can go anywhere about the room so long as you're keeping the left and the right and the back step pattern the same.
And
So
attention.
I would encourage you what to practice before the next video comes out. I would say practice in your house, if you have room to do this in your house anyway, to practice doing your basic pattern with bigger steps and different turning directions so that you're not just stuck to one tiny patch of the carpet. So that if you and your follower want to dance and you don't know really any spins or anything yet, you're still just doing the basic pattern, you can at least still have fun with the basic pattern, because you can do the basic pattern anywhere about the room, and you can take bigger steps, or you can tone it down, take tiny little steps. Maybe you're feeling the music, it's getting quiet, and then you can take bigger steps, and you're still just doing the basic pattern. So practice that, practice doing, holding hands and having the connection. That's really important, because if the guy decides he wants to take a big step in this direction and the girl wasn't maintaining a good connection, he's gonna like walk right into her, and that's awkward. So make sure your follower, while you're practicing, you guys can practice having a good connection and having a bit of that tension as you're pulling away from each other, but the lead, you need to use that tension to guide the follower. I want to show you a trick real quick if I bring my follower back to practice this kind of lead and follow connection. What you can do is put your palms up against each other, and once you get a connection with your palms, then you can practice having the lead push the follower somewhere, and you can go forwards and backwards, and the follow, their job is they need to always be listening. What are you doing? Are you going to start going sideways? Are you going to go this way? So the follower needs to not think. They need to just follow. So I can push them wherever I want, and they better follow. So that's a little trick you can do that it doesn't really involve any of the swing steps. It's just more the theory behind how it works with the connection, lead and follow. Okay, I think that's everything. Happy practicing with your partner or imaginary partner. And that's all for now. Signing out. Sweet.
That was good. You should. Because if you don't do that tension